John Swinney was told before Nicola Sturgeon that she wouldn't face charges in the SNP fraud probe. The First Minister was given a heads up by Lord Advocate Dorothy Bain KC, ahead of police telling his ex-boss that she was no longer under investigation. The details emerged amid fury about the top prosecutor's secret briefings to her ministerial boss, John Swinney, while ordinary Scots are kept in the dark. Lord Advocate Dorothy Bain KC's briefing to the First Minister came ahead of Miss Sturgeon being informed by police in March 2025 that she wouldn't be prosecuted following Operation Branchform. The heads up from the top prosecutor, who also serves as one of Mr Swinney's ministers, sparked fresh questions about the top law officer's conduct to the SNP fraud probe. A senior legal source has warned that Mr Swinney's ability to give evidence in any embezzlement trial facing Miss Sturgeon's estranged husband, Peter Murrell, could be compromised by the tip-offs he received from Miss Bain while the public were kept in the dark. Last night, Scottish Labour Deputy Leader Jackie Baillie said, "This new disclosure now only adds to the stench surrounding this entire affair. This increasingly appears to be a pattern where John Swinney has been tipped off in advance about criminal charges involving a live investigation into the SNP's finances. The SNP government is drowning in sleaze and cover-ups. Scotland deserves better." Last month, we revealed Miss Bain had a secret briefing to the First Minister in January this year, tipping him off on the £460,000 that Peter Murrell is accused of embezzling. But days later, it emerged that the Lord Advocate sent Mr Swinney a similar memo on the 20th of March 2025, the day of Murrell's first court appearance. Now a timeline of that day established by the Scottish Sun shows Miss Bain quickly told Mr Swinney about the decision not to charge Miss Sturgeon within 10 minutes of Murrell's brief court appearance in private. The Lord Advocate's notification to Mr Swinney came around 7 minutes before Miss Sturgeon's solicitor was called by police. It's not yet known when Miss Sturgeon's lawyer then told her the news that she was in the clear. Miss Bain's memo to Mr Swinney said, "Nicola Sturgeon MSP and Colin Beattie MSP were not reported to the Procurator Fiscal for prosecution. Crown Counsel have considered the police request for advice in relation to them and consider the police were right not to report them for prosecution." Opposition leaders last night said both the memo and the fact that Mr Swinney found out before Miss Sturgeon that she wouldn't face charges was highly inappropriate. Scottish Tory leader Russell Findlay said, "The Lord Advocate should not be whispering sensitive secrets about Nicola Sturgeon's husband's criminal case into the ear of John Swinney. These bizarre and inappropriate secret briefings from the Lord Advocate demonstrate an absence of basic common sense and confirm the urgent need to end her dual role." We revealed the January 2026 memo last month, leading to an unprecedented Parliament grilling from Miss Bain. He was accused of giving a useful heads-up to Mr Swinney, which could be used by the SNP for political purposes ahead of May's Holyrood election. Then last week, the March 2025 memo also emerged, sparking further fury, partly as Miss Bain and Mr Swinney did not reveal its existence when quizzed in Holyrood on the January 2026 memo. The March 2025 memo also revealed the amount Murrell was charged with, hidden from the public by the Crown, saying, "Crown Counsel have decided that Peter Murrell should appear on petition at Edinburgh Sheriff Court, charged with embezzling over £460,000 from the SNP." The memo said about the decision that Miss Sturgeon would not face charges and added, "The police will now communicate that information to them," but no time was initially provided for the memory and the exact timeline was not clear until now. The row over the Lord Advocate's memos was sparked by the Scottish Sun exclusive last month about Miss Bain's January the 19th briefing to the First Minister. On the same day, the Prosecution Service, which Miss Bain heads, told the media that no further information was available on the proceedings other than the fact that a court date was scheduled for February the 20th. And in March 2025, there was no information publicly available on the Murrell charge other than the fact that it was embezzlement. Ultimately, the Scottish Sun exclusively revealed the details of the charge sheet against Murrell on the 12th of February. The next day, in a move unrelated to our bombshell story, Murrell's next hearing, where he could have entered a plea, was postponed until after May's Holyrood election. A spokesperson for the Crown and Procurator Fiscal Service said, "The Lord Advocate provided the First Minister with limited factual information to protect proceedings. The matter of a few minutes in timing between communications does not alter the substance or integrity of their handling. Communication by police is a matter for them." The spokesman said that prosecutors act independently and in the public interest in all cases, and the Lord Advocate and the number 2, the Solicitor General, also a government minister, were not involved in decisions on this case. Nicola Sturgeon has been approached for comment.